dreams collide and legends thrive. The non-canon football league, where rules get bent. A game of chaos, where time is spent.
Fantasy football, but not like you know, with creatures and beasts stealing the show.
Come watch the mayhem, the glory, the fight under someday stadium lights. Hope the Orcs don't catch your name. This ain't your mama's football game. The goblins run, they cheat, they steal, the trolls.
Welcome to this broadcast of the Non-Canon Football League, brought to you by the Roswell Blood Bowl League. I'm Mr. T-Rex, and you're probably freezing because that Snow Storm Fern is blowing in, dropping snow all over everyone. Unfortunately, the league isn't quite ready to broadcast games yet, so we had to hunt through the archives for a game. Some of the audio isn't up to snuff. Well, actually, none of the audio is here, so they made me commentate the game like I was there. Of course, I wanted to bring you a good game, like the New Mexico Monitors at Mordor United. But because of the storm, Dakabad thought we should let you see the Lantern Waste Freeze play the Iceland Raiders at the Ettinsmoor Invitational a couple of seasons ago. I wanted to show the Monitors play the Anvard Storm, but Elora sided with Dakabad. In any event, if you're stuck at home now because of the snow, sit back, grab a cup of tea, and enjoy the game. And be glad that you weren't in Ettinsmoor during the game because it got really cold then. Games are set up and we are moments away from starting off this football game. Once again, for those just joining us, this blizzard is one of the worst to hit Ettinsmoor in recent memory, and it will be affecting the game this morning. Players rushing for extra yardage will be more likely to slip, and throwers will be unable to get the ball to receivers too far down the field. The kick looks to be aimed towards the line of scrimmage, and with a completely illicit act of brilliant coaching, the Iceland Raiders have earned a second reroll for this drive. Astrid moves up to protect the ball, and the Raiders activate Monkey Kong. There could be some bloodshed right off the bat, but no. The Yeti just stands there, howling his rage into the blowing snow. You know, you'd think he'd seen enough of it that it wouldn't bother him anymore. Maybe he's trying to challenge Frosty? Elka kicks Blondie to the ice, and I think his arm is looking a bit dented from that kick. Ingrid marks another savior, assisting Elsa in locking that Bogan in place. And she's right next to Bulk Bogan, the star rookie for the freeze. That's not where you want to be, Elsa. Run!
What are you gonna do, brother, when Bulk Mania comes for you?
The freeze tapped Bulk Bogan for a block. He takes Elsa down to the ice, and she's out for the count. We may not see her back for the rest of the game. She's lucky to be alive, though. Bulk Bogan has killed players before. Nobody has combat moves like Bulk Bogan. And he's not as good as some of the Monitors' greats like Sarah or Camp Acro. But Bulk Bogan's one of the greats. And when Bulk Mania comes for you, brother, there's just nothing you can do. The Raiders try to activate Monkey Kong, and he just stands there howling rage. Hazel jumps up and blitzes Blondie, taking the ogre down. They do say that ogres run smaller in Narnia, which is why Lantern Waste is allowed to field 4 of them. Now that I'm thinking about it, Care Paravel's giant is rather small too. Do people just run small in Narnia? Must be all the dwarves. Humans seem normal size anyway. Oh, right. As usual, Lantern Waste is knocking their opponents about, putting Valkyries on the floor like it's nobody's business. The Satyrs is moving into the Raiders' backfield, and it looks like he's bringing Bulk Bogan with him. Oh, the Raiders are going to hurt if that one gets through. Hazel the Berserker double pows one of the Narnian Satyr beastmen to the gravel, but it looks like his armor holds. And for the third time in a row, Monkey Kong refuses to play, standing there howling in the snow instead. And with their line disheveled, the Raiders make a very interesting decision on ball placement at the end of their turn. That could turn out badly, but at least Astrid can't be crowd surfed.
When Bulk Man Stadia comes for you.
Blackie rushes to close the gate, trying to keep Astrid from scoring a touchdown. And Blondie pancakes Elika. She's stunned, but forces the turnover. Monkey Kong finally moves, and it's a blitz. His claws can't rip through Satyr armor, though, so what even is the point? Hazel's in a frenzy. She pushes back a Narnian and blocks his counterpunch, sending him crashing to the ground, leaving him stunned but uninjured. Astrid shows the dauntless fury of a true Valkyrie, blitzing Blackie, putting him down into the snow. Helga tries her luck at taking down Brownie by herself, and it all goes horribly wrong. Helga loses the fight and ends up eating Snow. Olga gets knocked down into the snow, but it's not that surprising. Most of the raiders have something of a glass jaw, and I've lost count of how many times the monitors have knocked them down. I tell you, right now I'm missing the sunny skies and warmth of the New Mexico desert, and So after having rushed to make the hit to knock the ball loose, the Freeze fails to catch the bouncing ball. Monkey Kong is actually hitting someone. He almost breaks their armor, but he didn't hit them quite hard enough. Gunhild clobbers a Beastman, leaving the old goat stunned on the snowy ground. Looking desperate, the raiders start taking uphill blocks. The effects on the Freeze are negligible. Blackie pounds Hazel down to the snow, and Blondie follows up by beating down Gunhild. Brownie decides he wants in on the fun too, illicitly knocking out one of the raiders' line women. The Freeze fail to pick up the ball, resulting in a turnover for Iceland to take advantage of. The Raiders start off their turn by sending Monkey Kong rushing in on the blitz, but he slips in the snow and falls down, resulting in another turnover. Come on, guys, let's see some good football. Is it so hard to play good football? Blackie assaults Astrid, who stumbles to the snow. Once again, a Narnian is unable to pick up an inert pigskin simply lying there in the snow. If this keeps up, I'm going to head down there and eat someone. Monkey Kong wades into the Lantern Waste Freeze, but is unable to injure anyone at all. And after some light bashing, Johanna swoops in and picks up the ball. She's going to try for a touchdown. Brownie pushes Helga out of the way so a Satyr Beastman can blitz the ball carrier. Johanna goes down. The ball is loose. No touchdown for you. The game has devolved into a massive brawl. The Raiders seem to be getting the better of the Freeze, but there's not enough time to score a touchdown. Lantern Waste has successfully stopped Iceland from scoring and will go into halftime still tied at 0. If this was baseball, everyone would be really excited. Well, that was an exciting half, wasn't it? With the score tied at 0, Lantern Waste would seem to have the advantage now, as they will receive at the beginning of the second half. All they have to do is march down the field and score a touchdown, and with 4 tough chosen blockers, they have the capacity to do exactly that, though they will be fairly slow. Having Ottman out will hurt them, but they do have what they need. The Raiders are going to go nuts in the second half, doing everything they can to get the ball back and score a touchdown. The clock is against them, but while they are outmuscled by the Freeze, their big guy isn't injured. Monkey Kong is unreliable, but he is the strongest player on the pitch right now. Aside from the Yeti, the Raiders will be relying on their 2 Valkyries, Johanna and Astrid. Either one is perfectly capable of downing the ball carrier and tossing the ball to the other. They just have to be able to get to the ball carrier. I've seen it a million times watching the monitors play them. These women are going to go absolutely crazy trying to get their hands back on the ball. Key moments in the first half, that Yeti rage machine Monkey Kong spending almost the entire first quarter howling at the snowstorm instead of playing the game. If he'd kept his mind on his work, this game could look very different. But rolling 3 1s in a row is bound to upset a team's game plan. So anyway, it's time for the second half. I know we're all excited to see whether Lantern Waste or Iceland came out on top, or if nothing happened at all. Meet me here after the game and we'll talk about it.
By decree of Jadis, Queen of Narnia, Chatelaine of Cair Paravel, and Empress of the Lone Islands, the Lantern Waste Freeze have elected to receive.
The witch's dwarf always gives me chills. With that kick, the second half is underway here in Ettinsmoor. The snow continues unabated, and there are reports of fans getting frostbite. I told you to be careful. And with the ball in play, a timeout is called. Each team is going to have less time than usual to make anything happen this half. The likelihood of a 0-0 score just went way up. Lantern Waste loses no time and has both Boke and Bowl over Olga. Helga is shoved back, and with a reroll, so is Ingrid. The Narnians secure the ball, knowing that if they can keep possession and march down the field, the game is theirs. Brownie moves into a position to keep the Raiders away from the ball carrier. And Lantern Waste ends their turn by moving forward on the far flank to keep the option for a reverse open. Fan favorite beer board Bacon fails to bring Olga back to her senses. I guess a cold one just isn't what you want when you're lying on your back in the middle of a blizzard. Maybe if he was a T-boar. Taking advantage of the hole Monkey made in the line of scrimmage, the Raiders charge at the ball carrier. They can't blitz him, but they can definitely make life hard on him in the meantime. Oh, those dirty... The Iceland Raiders revert to their true form and foul Blackie. Come on, ref, throw the pig out. But the ref is looking the other way. I'm blind, I'm deaf, I wanna be a ref. Do your job, come on, man. Stopped by a wall of Raiders, the Freeze run that reverse, but fumble the handoff. The ball is loose, and that's a turnover you can count on Iceland taking advantage. Bacon does once again fail to revive Hazel, but the Berserker does jump up and block a satyr, taking him to the ground and shattering his armor. The Beastman is illicitly knocked out and taken to the sidelines.
Freeze the future, the game is done.
Hey ref, you blind? You missed another foul.
Under her gaze, no hearts can thaw.
Iceland's going for it. Astrid grabs the ball and runs, rushing for as much yardage as she can get. That's dangerous. The blizzard has doubled her risk of falling. In this game, the ground is just as dangerous as the players. Olga gets shoved back by the Freeze as Beastmen converge on Monkey Kong. They knock Old Yeller to the snow but leave him uninjured. Another satyr runs in to blitz Astrid. All he manages to do is push her back, and she hangs onto the ball. I guess being the monitored primary rival does have some advantages. Bacon the Beer Boar once again fails to revive fallen Raiders Ulfaren or Elika. What good is this pig? Now Hazel comes screaming in to blitz the last player between Astrid and the touchdown. Her polar bear paw glove smashes into the Narnian, leaving him stunned on the snowy turf. Astrid's moving. She's running for the end zone. Touchdown Raiders! And just like that, this game has swung around. Iceland is up, and Lantern Waste can only realistically hope to tie the game. Jadis is going to be furious. Both teams' KO players stay KO'd. I can't really blame them. I wouldn't want to wake up in this blizzard until it was over. Jadis must really be angry, because with an act of brilliant coaching, the Lantern Waste Freeze has earned a reroll. The kickoff lands almost as far back as it possibly could. The Freeze will have to march the ball all the way back from the 2-yard line of doom. And a Satyr moves to secure the ball. Doesn't he see the clock? If the Freeze don't hurry, they're going to lose the game. Ingrid stumbles to the ice with a little help from a Narnian Satyr, leaving her stunned in the snow. Bacon finally revives one of the Raiders, but it's Hazel who can jump up with no movement loss, so what does it matter? Just eat him and be done with it. Monkey Kong blitzes Blackie, sending him down to the freezing ground. Maybe the frozen courtyard is about to have a brand new statue because Blackie is unconscious and removed from the pitch. The Freeze have realized their clock problem and have handed off the ball. Brownie takes down a linewoman with brutal efficiency, leaving her stunned in the snow. The Freeze is trying to keep a lane open for the ball carrier to run through, but I wonder if they'll be able to make it. It might be better to set up another handoff. Gunhill bashes a Beastman, then Hazel hits Blondie, and with the use of a reroll sends him crashing to the snow. The Raiders are trying to collapse Lantern Waste's running lane. The question remains, will they succeed? Someone cooked that pig already. The Raiders are fouling again. 3 blind refs. 3 blind refs. See how they fail. See how they fail. Monkey Kong bats a Satyr to the snowy ground as an afterthought, and Olga goes down hard. She's KO'd and out of the game. Lantern Waste has an opportunity now. Blocked by the Raiders, the Freeze run in reverse. They don't have time for this. They fumble the handoff. The Iceland Raiders win this game. The clock is just a formality. In the waning seconds of the game, the Raiders are simply trying to bash as many Narnians as possible. They're simply ignoring the ball and trying to break some bones. They're really a pretty vindictive team, you know. Unable to score, the Freeze decides to give back some of what they got and are hitting back. Their fouling attempt is unsuccessful at killing remaining Monkey Kong, and nobody gets hurt. Everyone might as well have come off the field and gotten out of the snow once the Freeze fumbled the ball, because at that point there was nothing anyone could do but fight. Which happens to be what both teams like doing best, so I guess it worked out.
Mr. T-Rex roars about the ancient game, says the rules today are such a crying shame.
Yes, I'm Mr. T-Rex, and what an exciting game. Yes, the touchdowns never stopped coming, and I mean the snow never stopped coming, yes. Anyway, neither team ended up winning the Ettinsmoor Invitational. That was the Care Paravel Kings who went on to defeat the Mirkwood Spiders in the championship. But because of all this cloud dandruff from the storm, we thought you might enjoy it. And that's weather, not the team from Anvard. Anyway, once the league is up and running, we'll be able to broadcast in higher quality, we hope, and hopefully have some better teams, like maybe even the Monitors. In the meantime, stay warm and always be a good sport. That means you, Dakabad.
In the whole wide town.